What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? Welcome to the controller byte for the PlayStation showcase. Oh, god damn it. Hey Flutter, how you doing, man? Hold on. Hey Flutter, do you mind just saying something else, just so I can check the bot's working? Oh, that's gotta change. God damn it, I always forget about this. I always forget about that, the hashtag. I said, you know what? Nah, just go. Okay, the bot is not working. I'm gonna have to turn the bot back on. One moment. Why the hell did it open the Twitch bot? I wanted the YouTube bot. What the fuck? Yeah, this has to impress. Like, this has to impress. Hey, Firearm, having not had anything for E3 or pretty much near enough the entirety of this year, Sony needs to hit a home run. Like, it really fucking does. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, Michael. This showcase, I kid you not, is gonna be like 70% of the 70% of if I do or do not buy a PlayStation in the next 12 months, if I feel like it. That's how much is on the line for Sony right now. Because really, I've got no reason. They have yet to give me a good fucking solid reason why I should buy a PlayStation 4. A PlayStation 5. No point, like Ratchet and Clank, it's alright, I'm sure, but I'd like to play the other games before that. Some of the ones I missed out on. Demon's Souls, I ain't that eager to jump back into hell. Or hell, you know, do you want to know what would make me happy? What would also make me happy and guarantee money from me? They turn around and say they're releasing their shit to fucking PC. There you go. That would make me happy. That would guarantee purchases from me. I mean, they bought a porting company recently. So, I mean, it would make sense. No, PlayStation doesn't want to hurt their console sales. But here's the thing. That's not the idea that it would hurt console sales is a myth. It's an absolute myth. Because console players buy console... Like, here's the thing. You've got the diehard who will buy a PlayStation because it's PlayStation. Like, that tribalism will make them buy it. Because they have no will of their own. Then you have the casuals who will buy it because it's better than buying a fucking $3,000 gaming PC. Okay, they're not that invested in it. They'll still buy a PlayStation. Right? And then you've just got the people who want a game but can't, who really want a game a lot but can't afford a PC, so they buy a console. The idea that it would hurt console sales is a complete and utter myth. And a lot of the people who turn around and say, "Oh, if they release these games on PC, I'm not going to buy a PlayStation. I'll just get a PC." They're talking out their asses because they're the kind of people who will buy a PlayStation no matter what because of the tribalism behind it. They are the Omars of the world. That's what they are. By the way, I'm planning on doing some call-ins for when we do this. Oh, Zero. Okay, so it seems like Zero's going to join us. Give me a minute. What's up, Zero?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Because I got you running twice. All right, there we go.
No, Flutzer, Zero's only joining because we're not doing a VGP of this. So I was asking some of the guys if they wanted to join in. Thank God Omar's not going to be joining us. Hallelujah. But we will be doing call-ins after the showcase is done for the highlights. Hey, Joster. So yeah, I don't know. How much of that did you just catch of me? Of what I just said, Zero.
Zero. Funny enough, zero.
Right. I just
pulled up.
Yeah, I was just talking about how this is PlayStation's only chance for for the chances of me buying a PlayStation within the next 12 months. So they need to impress.
Interesting. What's the last PlayStation you've owned? Did you own a 4?
I owned a 4, yeah.
Okay.
But like if they don't impress me today, I guarantee this is 70%. They have a 75. Their 75% is riding on this if I buy a PlayStation or not.
40 minutes. They gotta show something, right?
They've got to. They absolutely have to. But I was also just quickly going over the fact that the whole people buying, if they put games on PC, that it's going to hurt the console sales. I was just explaining that that's a complete myth.
I don't think so.
No, it is.
You know, I mean, no, I agree with you. That's what I mean. Like, I don't think it's going to be. I don't know, because it still feels like PC gaming is a great market and a huge market, but still a very, for lack of a better term, self-contained market. Where it's like, easy example, the people who make Pokemon Unite or Smash just won't be going to PC. It's just not particularly their thing. So like, there's room for like the PC and consoles to exist side by side.
Yeah.
With a small amount of like, you
might get like 5%. Oh, here we go.
All right, let's get it.
You might get a 5% transfer over. But
yeah,
the people who buy PlayStations are either casuals who don't game that much, so why invest that much in a gaming PC, are literally tribalistic, so they will buy a PlayStation no matter what, or they are the people who buy a PlayStation because they can't afford anything else, because they can't afford a gaming PC. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. What is this?
Why am I'm feeling Crusader Kings?
Crusaders cannot work. I see a lot of chess iconography.
Oh no, it's definitely just their opening, but
okay, it's just their opening.
But like, I was getting serious like modern day Crusader Kings from that.
You know, I would love for PlayStation to get back to the weird commercials.
What do you mean? Do you mean like the baby?
Exactly. Like,
you want creepy rubber babies.
Yeah, get super weird with it. Just have like Cardi B just standing around a room full of super weird babies and just weird PlayStation. She never says anything. Just weird babies and PlayStation stuff. And it'd be like play anywhere.
This is a
Play
fucking
Crysis.
weird commercial. What are you talking about? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck am I meant to be taking away from this?
But this isn't weird baby weird. It's weird. But we need that weird baby weird. Like something that makes you uncomfortable.
I don't know, man. I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. What the fuck? Now we got. What the fuck? Now we got. Wait a minute. That's John Wick. That's the That looks like the front of the Continental. Yeah. Looks like the fucking front of the Continental from John Wick 3. You know, all I can think of is this. How much did they blow on this commercial that could have gone towards funding a studio? No, there has been no Keanu Reeves. Oh, side note, while we're watching The Weird, did you see the new Matrix trailer? God, I am not looking at the PlayStation chat because I know it's gonna, and I'm not looking at the live chat because I know it's gonna be a fucking cesspool. Alright. I need to take notes as well.
I'm Jim Ryan, President and CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment, and welcome to the PlayStation Showcase. At PlayStation, we believe in pushing boundaries and setting the benchmark for creativity and excellence in entertainment. We always love the opportunity to speak directly with our community. The new technology in PS5 enables development teams to build more exciting, immersive, and compelling worlds, showcasing their creative vision as storytellers. We've never been more grateful for the PlayStation community. So thank you for allowing us time to share some significant updates and brand new content. So without further ado, let's look at some new and amazing games.
Okay. New and amazing games. Let's see which ones of these are new and zero bailed out. Oh, Lucasfilms!
Peace is a lie.
Oh, it's Star Wars.
That is what the Sith believe. They promise power. Now they wield it. We face the greatest Sith in generations.
Raven!
They must be stopped.
No! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy shit! So it's actually fucking happening. So we're getting a remake. Okay, so chalk that down to one remake. Man, that's gotta be coming to PC too, though. Ouch! Oh, you're not human if you're surviving that. Connecticut's nobody! Oh, I'm keeping on the subtitles just for laughs. I need to open up. By the way, we need to keep tallies, guys, of new IPs, remakes, and stuff.
여긴 지하철역이야. 사람들을 태우고 거미줄처럼 도시를 누비던 교통수단이지. 뭐다 지난 얘기지만 말이야.
I mean, this looks interesting. Could always do with more Japanese hack and slashes. Wait, is this Parasite Eve?
그날 이후 지성의 도시들은 모두 예비처럼 폐허.
Wait, hold up.
잘나신 분들은 우주로 달아나고 나가는 놈들은 이곳에 버려졌지.
There's no way. That's got to be a coincidence.
마더스피어의 구원을 아직 기다리고 있는 거야.
이브 조심해. 전방에서 뭔가가 곧 무너지겠어.
What the hell is that thing of Parasite Eve? It looks good. I ain't gonna lie. This looks fun. I could use another hack and slash in my life. You bailed on me, Zero. I feel unwanted.
I immediately started talking and my entire internet just went out.
Ouch. Dude. KOTOR remake.
That's pretty fire. I'll give him that one.
But that,
KOTOR pretty solid.
that's gotta be coming to PC. That has to be.
Yeah, it has to be, right? There's zero chance
I mean,
that they would not put that on PC.
I mean, I don't know about it. I mean, I don't know if it'll come to Xbox. They might have got the exclusive console rights to that, but that's gotta come to PC. You know what? By the way, this looks good as well. Like a nice bloody fucking hack and slash game is kind of what I need in my life right now.
I guess I'm gonna be that guy, and it's not a knock, but this certainly looks like a less charming Bayonetta.
Project Eve.
Like the moment I saw her with the long hair and like the very tight pants, I was like, well, you look like Bayonetta.
I never make that comparison because like tight outfits, like they've been going since Samus, so fucking give up. Tiny Tina.
Long hair.
Darkness washes.
Right, so here's the thing. We got a new IP, we have a remake, and now we have something that's already been shown. We knew that this was coming. So we need to keep track here.
Who's ready to rickety roleplay? Spoiler? It's you, baby.
Kinda seen.
Wait, are they? They're using baby metal.
Yeah.
Okay, they kind of won me over just by using baby metal. What the hell?
I'll jump back in. Like, it's been a minute since I've been to Borderlands. We're D&D now?
Yeah, it's basically Borderlands, but with a D&D twist.
Sign me up.
Some of you may be asking, Tina, why are there guns in a fantasy world? And I am just so glad you asked because shut up your face and get shooting!
I can't believe I'm about to see this. I can't believe I'm about to fucking say this. But this seems to be that wackiness that Borderlands was always missing. Do you know what I mean? Like they've always kind of built like Borderlands up as being like a really zany, wacky fucking looter shooter. But this looks legit, absolute batshit insane.
Yeah.
I'm in.
You ready, newbie?
Time for character sheets, baby!
No, it's not a rip-off.
This ain't no super duper hero movie.
It's using trailers. It's using characters from Borderlands. It's a spin-off. A more zany, wackier Borderlands in a fantasy world with guns and baby metal. I don't know. I think they might have sold me a little on that with that. Oh, some Square Enix. Here we go.
I'm a little ahead of you. Okay.
Illumination Production.
Even on a secret, but I'm a pretty big deal.
I'm thinking this is a bit. What are you watching on?
Real big deal.
The official PlayStation YouTube channel.
Homer. I promise we'll go somewhere that loves
Be in
cats.
sync. Well, I might just be a little video.
No more fights.
It's also distance because you're in the States where this is broadcasting. I guarantee you.
Oh wait, we've seen this.
Wait, we have?
Have we? Wait, is this the game I think it is?
The actual.
No, maybe not. I might be thinking of something else.
I think you might be thinking of something else because I don't recall seeing anything like this.
Whoa, wait, stop!
No, maybe I might be wrong. I think I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No.
Oh, I kind
The only
of.
reason I'm thinking.
Sorry, give me a second. Steel, I kind of popped hard for the KOTOR reveal. I was like, oh my god.
God, asshole, show
Like,
yourself.
I popped harder than Chicago popped for CM Punk.
Here, at the end of your arm.
Wait, is that?
Oh, hello, yes.
That voice.
That's Vision.
So let me get this straight. I'm somewhere that's not what I would call Earth. I'm seeing freaking dragons, and oh yeah, I'm talking to a
That's
hawk.
not how you curry. Or take
Did I just
curry.
do that?
We did.
I just moved it with my freaking mind! Yeah, okay, that is something I do now. I do magic, kill jacked up beasts, I'll probably fly next.
No, you're just being ridiculous.
Oh, that's too far. Good to know there's a line.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a genuine reaction. I'd be reacting the same way if I could be just able to do all that shit.
Our land suffers. You are the only hope we have. Special.
I'm liking this though.
Looks interesting, definitely.
Yeah.
Tantasila is the strongest.
And it's taken a very 90s idea about like let's transport someone into the land of medieval times.
So,
Okay, we've seen. I wait till the end, but we haven't seen this, but we're aware of it.
oh, that's cool. Oh, that's Forspoken.
Yeah, I remember because the actress, the person who plays the girl is an actress.
No name
I just don't
for a
remember who
human.
she is.
I am the one you seek, the one and only Tantasila.
Sorry, that fucking name. Right, so that's a new IP. That's a new. So we've got two new IPs, a remake, and something we already knew about.
For decades,
This
Team
might
Rainbow has
not
been
be.
Oh, this is Extraction.
against the worst global
Okay.
threats imaginable.
This is Rainbow Six Extraction. This is what I'm actually.
Biological weapons.
This is a game I'm going to be getting
threats of
actually.
Nuclear war.
It's Rainbow Six Siege, but roguelike against aliens, and it's PvE.
Our world has ever
See,
known.
now you got my attention.
Yeah, you lose an operative, or you go down in an operation, you permanently locked out of using that operative until you go and save them. I believe it is PvE, I don't think it's PvP. And stealth is legitimately recommended. Reminds me of the game, what it looks like to me is GTFO meets Rainbow Six Siege.
We will move as one. We will think as one. We will do whatever it takes. As one. Together, we enter the unknown. Together, we fight for our future.
Like, I won't lie, like, this is based off of
No one.
the Outbreak event from Rainbow Six Siege, but made into a full game apparently. I just need to see how complete this game is before I'm like, yes, this is a day one purchase. Because what they've effectively done is they've taken an event mode and made it an entire game. So I need to know how big this game really is when it comes out. But it's coming out in January next year, so not that long. Right, so far, it's been good. They definitely started off strong with the KOTOR remake.
I would say they came with, you know, they came super strong with the KOTOR remake.
Epic Games. Oh, Remedy. Alan Wake.
Fortnite?
Alan Wake.
It's coming.
Fortnite release?
It's the Alan Wake remakes. Or remasters.
Not gonna lie, never been a big fan.
I like Alan Wake purely from... Right, so my problem with the Alan Wake games is... Gameplay-wise, they're clunky. Like, there's no getting around it. They are. But... story-wise, they are fantastic. It's Remedy at its best. Do you know what I mean?
So how would you compare it to, like, Detroit?
Oh god, I say it's way better story writing than Detroit. Like,
What's the other one that Cage did?
He's done a load, but I mean, dude, every time you bring up David Cage, I'm just gonna tell you he's a fucking hack and anything's better than him.
He's very. I really like Detroit, but it was very like. It was
pandering. Like the only reason.
It was the most sloppily handled
analogy of slavery. Yes.
Yeah, that I've ever seen. I was like, well,
I'm a writer.
No, that's not.
And that's why I don't like it. Not because it's about about an analogy of slavery. It's because it is sloppily written, and it's a PS4 game. So you know, it's a re-release on PC on console. Fuck off. Anyway, what I was saying is
Grand Theft Auto 5 is back. Let's get it.
We knew it was we knew it was coming though. We knew it was fucking coming. They announced it before the PlayStation 5 had even fucking come out. Anyway,
how long until we're gonna admit that GTA 5 is like probably one of the greatest games of all time?
Dude, I don't even think my ghost would ever admit that to get into heaven. But yeah, like, no, it was Detroit was pandering and sloppily handled. That's why I didn't like it.
You know, I wonder if there's a part of it where is Quantic Dream? No, they're French, right? So I imagine that David Cage is French.
Yes, he is.
I wonder if there's like a bit of like lack of understanding. I have found when like particularly foreigners try to tackle anything related to slavery, it's very heavy-handed and very kind of sloppily done. Or they ignore it outright completely, and it's like, well, that's weird.
Detroit Become Human had robot concentration camps. The pandering was more blunt than a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Oh my god, is this Ghostwire? Yes, it is. Thank fuck. And now we're back to the fucking horror aspect. Like, pick a fucking tone, please.
That tone is anything you want.
It's fucking Shinji Mikami.
For you over here.
It looks cool, I won't lie. Funny enough, I've had a...
Critical work.
Is that a monster drop kicking somebody?
When forced to face it. Still your fear. I will be her salvation. Mari! The time is nigh. The world rests on the precipice of transformation.
Fuck, are we at...
A new age will dawn.
This looks interesting.
It looks cool.
I wonder how the general public will take to it.
Probably not as well. Still no release date. Eat dick. Come on, give me a fucking release date already.
So probably won't be saying that till 2023, maybe.
Probably. Or late 2022. You know, I believe I've had a pre-order on that since 2019.
Wild.
Yeah, when it was first fucking announced.
Is this Guardians?
Yes.
I knew Guardians was going to make a show.
Guardians.
Which I'm still sold.
I'm not.
You came here seeking truth.
Right, so we've only seen we've only seen one new IP at this point.
That was
United in the light
Project
of
Eve.
belief, all suffering, all grief will end.
Whatchamacallit count, since I don't know if we ever seen anything from it for Spoken.
Okay, no, for Spoken would definitely be another new IP. Sorry.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, I think I'm having a heart attack.
Cease this at once.
Fine. Cosmo, how you doing, buddy?
Grand Unifier Raker, leader of the Church of Truths.
During that ritual with the priest, they kept talking about a promise.
It was like they were drinking funky juice or something.
Or joined the cult.
So let us investigate for you.
It's funny, it feels like they've learned their lesson from part of the Avengers criticism.
Hey, World Mind, long time
Don't
no
make
see.
them look very close to the movie counterparts.
of defeating the Universal Church of Truth is 0.3%.
Is that bad? It sounds bad.
It is.
Okay. I'm sure the fucking writing's gonna be good.
I'm telling you guys, man, this might be.
Oh! Space combat. It definitely looks better than the first fucking video they put out.
Well, I think you were right. That first video probably was showing off the Switch hardware.
You have proven yourselves unworthy, and you must be destroyed.
Alright, that left a better impression. I don't get why they didn't hold off on it.
That was completely intentional. The Milano's on her way.
Thanks, bud.
Seriously, why didn't they show... Well, why didn't they hold off until showing that? That was way fucking better.
Banana hammock? What is this? Saints Row?
No.
Oh no, it's Bloodlines.
Yes, it is. A game I'm still convinced will never come out. No, wait. No, it's Vampire the Masquerade 2 I'm convinced will never come out.
Masquerade.
This is Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, I think. They've got like there's two vampire games coming out, and one of them I'm convinced is not fucking coming out. Okay, that's...
I'm a little confused, because this isn't like... What's the other... Red Line is what it's called?
I'm sure my chat is just right now correcting me. This looks like a PvP game, though. Yeah, Vampire Blood Hunt.
So this is a vampire version of the other game, which is where you hunt vampires.
No, well, you are a vampire. This is part of the same universe, but this is Blood Hunt, and I'm guaranteeing you that's a PvP game.
No,
that's an online game.
That Red Line game, where I believe the enemies are vampires, right? That's similar to Left 4 Dead.
Oh wait, you want to bet the one for Xbox?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, Redfall.
Redfall, that's what it's called.
I mean, I believe that one's called Redfall. Yes, that's different. Oh, this is
What is this?
Oh, this is that fucking Bethesda one.
Geniuses who painted up
You know, the one that's coming out very soon that Omar was convinced was not going to be shown today?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, I'm taking his kneecaps. I'm taking scalps. Deathloop.
I never understand why they wouldn't show Deathloop. Like, it's here.
It's coming out.
Yeah, it's coming out.
Like, we're literally on the doorstep.
Unforgettable. A bunch of spaced out science.
So yes, I'm officially taking a fucking sledge to Omar's kneecaps because he guaranteed this would not be shown. But yeah, like the vampire games seem to be splitting up because Now we have Blood Hunt, which is definitely an online game. Then we've got the one that's coming out for Xbox, which is, I think, Vampire the Masquerade 2. But then we've also got Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, I think. Then we have Redfall, which is an Xbox exclusive.
Somebody built this place. Somebody's sending me these.
Oh, dude, they've shown this on every single PlayStation show. Every single one. Am I incorrect in assuming that, Zero?
I feel like it, yeah. Ever since it was announced, it's shown.
How does this time loop work?
Which, again, to me, makes sense. You have a product that's coming out. I'm not about to not show the product.
I agree with that, but we're literally a month away.
It's that last month push. There's that last product push. You'd be like, all right, just remember, guys, one more month. Go buy our game. Or guys, buy this game on PlayStation.
Go buy this game before it comes out on Xbox.
Exactly.
Because this will be the last Bethesda game we ever get.
Yeah, as I said, they'll probably end this with a pre-order now. It looks
Maybe
like
you could go a little easier on Omar. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Like, I've said this before, and Zero has heard me say this, and Buzzard, you should have heard me say this multiple times before. I got no time for people who talk out their ass. That's why I try and make sure I don't speak out my ass as much as I can. Omar likes to talk like he's an authority on stuff. Like when he turned around on Monday and was pretty much was guaranteeing all of this stuff. Like there'd be like 5. What was it? Like 5 new IPs.
I was like, please don't say that. Oh, please, come on. What is this?
I have no idea, but it looks interesting. But what was he? Like what did he say? Did he say there was like going to be like 5 new IPs shown by Radiohead and Epic Game?
In November.
I never fucking heard of that. I'm assuming like they mean the studio Radiohead, so that's most likely an indie game, but I didn't see much of that to draw any kind of opinion.
Not gonna lie, I was thinking Radiohead the band. Like, wouldn't that be neat?
That'd be interesting.
Zelda? That you?
Nope. Oh no. Someone actually spun off the goddamn guitar playing from The Last of Us Part 2 into its own game.
See, you know, now this is more my speed. You know, I'm about stuff like
Nintendo way.
Yeah.
Like I've defended Omar on many occasions as well. I've stood with Omar on some things. But Omar likes to talk like he's an authority on a lot of things. Anyway.
I like that.
That is cool, actually.
I'm a dog, Groot. Crab.
Okay, that's cool.
Ah, that good old-fashioned Zelda hang glide.
Actually, I think I take that I'm the edgelord of the VGP. Because I've got no filter.
Oh, is this closer to, I don't remember Moana's people. Steeped in Polynesian.
The more and more I see, the more and more I am thinking Zelda, because I even see a slingshot.
Oh, man, come on, guys. Like, it's perfectly fine.
It looks adorable as hell. Like, it looks good. I like this.
I'm down. You can sign me up. I'll be grabbing it.
that's adorable. That is fucking adorable. Right, so we're definitely I think we're in the indie section right now. You know what I mean? Because like the last game was definitely an indie game. This one, that one just played was definitely an indie game. No, here we go.
Biggest pirate treasure.
Please no. Please no.
On the PlayStation 5.
Please. Why can't we be done?
The Lost Legacy. Yeah, it's coming to PlayStation 5. Are you ready for your re-releases? Oh! Yes!
Well, it looks like you're in the mix.
Yeah! Oh, for PC! Oh! Oh, thank the Lord! Now all I need to know is if the Nathan Drake collection is coming as well, because then I can play all of them on Crushing at beautiful 60 frames per second.
Lost Legacy was the one for... Was that the one for Vita?
No, that was Golden Abyss.
Golden Abyss. Yeah, I'm not interested.
Lost Legacy is the spin-off. Was the spin-off off of 4. From what I've heard, Lost Legacy is actually a fucking solid-ass game.
I'm Herman
I
Hulst,
actually
head of PlayStation Studios.
don't disagree, but
PlayStation
you know I've
Studios,
stated
at its
before,
heart, is a
I've been
diverse
on record
and
for things
passionate
like
group
God
of
of War.
storytellers. At our
God, how many
collective
people are going to be so pissed that that's coming to
Everything we
PC?
do is driven and inspired by storytelling.
We just, like I said,
As creators, PlayStation 5 gives us the opportunity to push the boundaries of storytelling even further. Our world-class development teams at PlayStation Studios have already delivered such incredible gaming experiences.
I don't have Lost Legacy,
And we're
so
only just
that's
getting
definitely a
started.
PC buy.
As you'll see today with the lineup
I've
of
never
exclusive
played it,
games
so I guess
coming for PlayStation Studios, we're going to continue to drive innovation, advance
I'm not
gaming,
here for it.
while always embracing
Nathan
the legacy
Drake,
of
can
PlayStation.
he just rest
And creating games that
You know the
matter.
funny thing is, if the
Games
Nathan
that you're not gonna
Drake
find
collection does
anywhere
come
else.
to PC, it
Enjoy.
would be worth picking up, because then the aiming wouldn't feel as ass as it does.
Yeah.
Right, so we are getting an Insomniac game. And it's a Right, so Spider-Man 2.
Gotta be, yeah.
We might just be getting Spider-Man 2.
This looks like Wolverine.
That is!
Definitely.
Yeah, that's Wolverine. We're getting a fucking X-Men game from Insomniac.
Or do you think he's partnering with Spider-Man?
I did not see this coming.
Wow, Wolverine.
I did not see that coming. So that's what they've been working on. Oh my god, you know what this means?
Oh, I can't wait to talk to FC and take his knees for all these great Marvel games about to drop.
No, do you know what that means? That means that Insomniac is going to be Sony's go-to studio for Marvel games.
About to get crushed. Oh yeah, I hope you're listening, FC. Marvel, not DC. Where y'all at? Hope you should be happy with this.
Holy shit! Like Insomniac is really is the workhorse for. Oh, this is Gran Turismo 7, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that means that. That means that. Yeah, no, think about that. Like, that means that this most likely is going to take place... Oh my god, the Insomniac verse is real! The Insomniac verse is real! Holy shit! So yeah, like, we were wrong, it isn't... Wow, they really fucking won it.
I like that. I appreciate that they don't keep running Spider-Man into it. There's an entire... history of these,
but it's who Sony can get their hands on is the problem.
Which is true. Because now that Marvel's doing something, they might be holding a lot of stuff in their back pocket.
Marvel owns all of their IPs again. They now own the Mutant Universe again as well. The only one they don't own the movie rights to, like full, like I own all the rights to it, is Spider-Man.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I mean not unfortunately, but fortunately, I guess for everyone, Sony and Marvel included, like that partnership is working out pretty well.
Oh, dude, Gran Turismo 7 is this is GT7, right?
Yeah.
No.
7? No, not 7. Is it 7?
Or am I thinking Gran Turismo? No, wait, not Gran Turismo. What's the one that?
No, this is Gran Turismo.
Yeah, this is Gran Turismo. Like GT7. Yeah, like this is the 7th one, right?
Yes, this is 7. Yeah, this is 7. I just had to remember because 5 came out when I was in college. So yeah.
Yeah, this is the one that Kofi's just salivating at the mouth for.
Yeah.
And I love that, and that's no disrespect, I love Kofi. He can play racing games, I just can't. So we might actually get a goddamn, we might actually get a release.
Oh, yeah, that's what we need. We need a release.
And this is all captured on PlayStation 5, according to what they said. Yeah, told you. Gran Turismo 7.
Yep, give our release date.
Nope. Nope. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Right, another PlayStation Studio one.
For as long as I can remember, I have looked for an equal.
No!
Who could push me?
More Spider-Man. Oh, it's Morbius. Or Craven?
Who could surprise me?
Oh my god, I think this might be Craven.
Sounds like Craven.
Who could even beat me?
Good to see them together, though, Miles and Peter.
Oh no, this might be Spider-Man 2. And Craven is the new villain.
Will one of you finally give me what I desire?
Gotta be Craven. Or more.
It's gotta be Craven. He's the only one. That has to be Craven. No, that's Morpheus.
That's Venom.
That's Venom.
That's Venom.
Oh my god, it is Spider-Man 2. Yo, Insomniac dropping so many bombs. Oh my god. Sony really. Wow. So we had that. That's not that far off if you think about it. Holy.
Insomniac just whatever problems people might have had about this show, Insomniac just covered that.
Yeah, Insomniac just fucking saved this entire, like, just elevated this show. Insomniac putting in the fucking work. Like, fucking well and truly. They're bringing out Wolverine and Spider-Man 2. Oh my god, we are getting Ragnarok.
Looks like we're getting some Ragnarok here.
Dude, Venom's been teased since the end of...
Prophecies say Fimbulwinter leads to Ragnarok. War is coming. My story doesn't end hiding in these woods. I should be out there, finding out who I am, who Loki is.
I will not allow you to pick a fight with gods.
I don't want to fight anyone. I just want answers.
And if those answers lead to war with Asgard...
Oh, Farah's...
Maybe that's what Mother wanted.
We do not know what Mother wanted.
Well, I recognize that dour expression anywhere. Odin's got tricks up his sleeve we haven't dared to consider.
What if there was someone who could help us?
You mean Tyr, the old god of war in these lands, who is dead?
Well, for a dead man, Odin seemed pretty keen on seeing he wasn't found.
If he's out there, we gotta find him.
Oh, shit!
I wonder if this is playing into the theory people had.
We're trying to stop Ragnarok, to help people. And what if the only way to do that is war?
Dang!
Nice chamber!
War is not the only way.
Stop thinking like a father for a moment and start thinking like a general. No!
Damn.
You seem like a calm and reasonable person. Are you a calm and reasonable person?
Go!
Ah, shite. I swear to God, if they announce 2022 at the end of this, I don't know, I might just have to get a PlayStation 5.
I was saying, Sony got it if this comes out in 2022. Because now they can push Spider-Man and Wolverine back to 23.
So have you.
Because, like, well, Spider-Man is 2023. So... God damn.
Here.
Nice spoiler!
Are you coming with us?
God damn!
Oh, shit.
They could have held off on that spoiler.
Enough. Well, some of them.
Who are you, black girl?
No date! No date!
Ah, no date. Okay. That still means 2023
That's
to me.
it! No, that's it. Oh, more updates. We got more. Unless this is just a fucking trailer playing again. I think this is.
Unbelievable. Yes, yes, inconceivable.
Yeah, it's just the end trailer, I believe.
I can be stubborn, so if I have to, I will rock the boat. I don't tend to take the easy road. That's just not the way I like the.
But yeah, I mean, the thing is, Venom has been like teased since the very end of Marvel's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So we all
we
knew.
Think he's still Eddie?
Oh no, it's definitely not Eddie Brock. It's Harry Osborn.
It's Harry. So is this does Miles have a Venom?
No.
Miles doesn't have it.
No, Harry is gonna be Venom. Because, like I said, it's all teased in Marvel Spider-Man. And that's why Venom being the... Like, that's why, as soon as I saw that both Spider-Man and Miles were there, that's when I knew it was the next Spider-Man game. I thought it was going to be like a standalone Kraven game, which would have been interesting.
I
actually
gotta agree with you.
We've
I wouldn't have hated a
more
Kraven
info
game.
and updates coming right now, and I'm in fact joined by no less than PlayStation Studios head Herman Hulst. Herman, really strong showing here from PlayStation Studios tonight.
Okay,
an awesome.
I'm gonna stop watching there because I don't really need to see Sony kind of stroking their own fucking ego, saying, "Oh, what a fantastic show." You know what I mean? Like, this is basically just fucking... This is basically the safe for work form of masturbation at this point. That was... They did come with hits.
Yeah, I gotta give them that one. They did their job.
They did what they need to do. Having no shows for, like, pretty much this entire damn year... To actually come to a show and drop this many bombs is incredible. But we need to put all of that aside, and we need to talk numbers. We actually need to talk about numbers. We don't need another Koch Media. Right. So let's actually talk numbers here, ladies and gentlemen. So first game we saw was a Knights of the Old Republic remake coming out by Aspyr, which. That's been in the work for fucking years, fan made and not.
Let's take a pause on that one because I've never played KOTOR, so you're a big KOTOR person. One of the things that made KOTOR unique at the time was the big reveal, and how the choices you made affected you.
Yes.
Also, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm asking, because there's a KOTOR 2.
Yes.
Didn't KOTOR 2 basically, for lack of a better term, surpass everything that KOTOR 1 did? Or is KOTOR 1 the standard?
I would say, gameplay-wise, KOTOR 2 definitely upped a lot of things, but I feel like storyline-wise, as well as the reveal, KOTOR 1 stands as the marquee.
Got you. Okay. All right. So that's all I want to know. So, as a person who has played it, what do you think we're looking at here? Are we just looking at, a full-on graphical upgrade with everything, or are we changing some things?
No, they can't change a damn thing.
Well, the main storyline, no, but I know there are tons of side things that you can do.
No, there's a reason why. There's a reason why KOTOR is still even for a game that came out in 2003, there's a reason why people still remember the characters, they still remember the story, they still remember the reveal. You cannot change a single aspect of that. Now, what you can do is you can make... I'm trying to think of a good analogy. They can definitely make it like modern RPGs. Now, I'm not saying like Final Fantasy VII, but they can make the attacks feel like they're actually connecting instead of you wafting the fucking lightsaber in the air and connecting. They can definitely improve that. They can improve the graphics. The only thing, in my opinion, they should not touch, it is sacrilegious to touch, is the story. Because the thing, again, you got to remember is they are going to market this towards a new generation of Star Wars fans as well.
Right.
Like, and this is a remake. They need to keep the story because I guarantee you a lot of younger people don't even know what KOTOR is or even know what the plot or the story is for KOTOR.
That was my thought process, and that was my worry about. I think we've talked about this before with Star Wars, and I agree with Steel Spurs. As far as I understand, KOTOR is still one of the better stories in the Star Wars universe.
Oh yeah,
and mainly because it does not revolve around the Skywalkers.
Now, let me also tell you this: why it's also fondly regarded. Do you know who made? Right. So, do you know who made the first KOTOR game?
No.
It's BioWare.
Ah, the Mass Effect guys.
Bingo.
Makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah. This is another reason why they cannot change anything.
That makes
like
sense.
It was.
I like the idea of that.
Yeah, they can't change anything around it because the story is as good as it is. Now the thing is Obsidian also worked on this as well. Obsidian worked on it.
Skyrim and crew.
No, that's New Vegas.
Fallout New Vegas. Okay.
But yeah, like they cannot change anything. Like I like KOTOR 2, but even I turn around and say that I find the story a little. I don't find the story as impactful as KOTOR 1, and that's because BioWare of old had nothing to do with KOTOR 2. That was all Obsidian. But right. Yeah, like the only thing they can change, in my opinion, the only thing that they can do anything with this, improve the gameplay, make it shiny, add all the ray tracing you want, and you pretty much have a... You have, in my opinion, as far as like old school games, like you have, if this really is a console exclusive, and you want to try and get back some hardcore fans who moved back to Xbox, this is how you fucking do it. Because you want to know something as well, KOTOR was originally exclusive to the Xbox.
That was going to be my follow-up question. Do we think this is a console exclusive? Not counting PC, talking Xbox, PlayStation, and I guess if for some reason they decide, let's put it on the Switch because we don't got nothing else.
They ain't putting this on Switch. Not a fucking chance. I hate to do that to you, my man, but there ain't no fucking way.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the original was... The original was an old school... I wouldn't even ask for turn-based. I wouldn't mind them keeping it as it was. Just make it seem like the attacks are actually doing damage instead of the dudes standing there and going every time they get hit and a number just pops up. I fucking hated that.
I mean,
but they
have the bases already with Fallen Order. Even though it's an EA game, like Fallen Order was praised for like its combat mechanics. So like
but I wouldn't. But the thing is you're taking it from being an RPG to an action adventure then, because KOTOR is a true tided RPG.
So how does that work? Particularly like in the Star Wars, like you can do it back in the day because it's easier, or because you didn't have the opportunity to really go into that heavy action RPG. How do you get to that today where we live in a world like where Fallout's here, but The Witcher is also here, but so is Mass Effect, but so is Dark Souls.
Right.
Like, what do you think people are going to want to look for? In my head, they're going to look for something much more Fallen Order, Dark Souls than they do Mass Effect, specifically because we got lightsabers in the mix.
I would see. I'd agree with that, but that would kind of be slightly sacrilegious to what the whole Old Republic franchise has been.
Gotcha.
Because the whole, like, not just KOTOR, not just KOTOR 2, but the Old Republic. Like like Star Wars The Old Republic, like that's what it's known as, the Old Republic saga. Has all been done by BioWare. BioWare is still doing stuff for the Old Republic, I believe.
Go ahead.
Like the franchise is still known to people because the Old Republic still boasts a great number of players. So to change it would be giving into norms instead of, it would be giving into popular trends instead of attempting to stand out. Now I'm trying to figure out who Aspire are. They don't seem... Hold on. Right, so it seems like the Aspire are owned by the Embracer Group. Oh, these guys are under THQ Nordic. Or is it Saber Interactive? Because, like, according to this, as of February 2021, Aspire was acquired by Embracer Group. The company was added as a studio under the Saber Interactive label within Embracer. And Embracer were formerly THQ Nordic in 2019. Oh, sorry, THQ Nordic AB. So, like, they're under Koch Media. I believe they're actually under Koch Media then.
Wouldn't be surprised.
But if this, I'm like I said, that's a deep rabbit hole. But like, no, like they need to stand out. They need to keep it as the original, but they need to make it more impactful. Like they need to make it seem like the you know how what's that RPG that FC kept talking about? How he was saying that the magic and all the melee weapons actually looked like they were connecting and looked like they were doing damage instead of just the regular RPG where you wave the sword around and you win.
Is it out already or is it coming? I'm not sure.
He played the beta.
Not the the Amazon game, New World?
Yes, it was New World, I believe. He mentioned how it looked like New World, or New World looked like they were actually hitting them with weapons. And I brought up how Elder Scrolls Online did that as well, where you actually swing the sword. They could go that route.
That's true. That's true.
Right, but moving on. The next game showed was Project Eve. Now, I like what I see here. I need a bit more Japanese in my life. I need some more Japanese hack and slash because the gaming... Like, let's be absolutely fair. If we're talking about hack and slash games like true to form hack and slash like this, there's only 2 series around, to my knowledge, that do it like this that are not indie, and that's Devil May Cry and Bayonetta.
Who owns Nier Automata?
That is Square Enix.
I mean, because they, yeah, like I just don't know.
Yeah, Nier Automata came out fucking years ago, and Nier Replicant is a remake of...
It's a remake, yeah.
Of a remaster of the original Nier game. So I'm happy to see that the hack and slash genre, especially one that's clearly not afraid to use tits, ass, and gore, is actually coming out. But what do you expect from the Japanese? They know not to give up.
I am not sold on it yet. And part of the reason why is because of what you just said.
Tits, ass, and gore.
Tits, ass, and gore, but it doesn't look like it's having a good time with it. It right now it looks to be, you know me, I'm not a fan of hyper serious things.
Yeah.
And that's, Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, they certainly have serious moments, but like they are clearly having a good time with this.
Yeah.
Where the entire time I could watch that trailer, I just thought this looks like a sad Bayonetta. and I'm just not interested in sad Bayonetta. That's just me. I think people will like it, but to me, I saw her and immediately said, "Well, you look like Bayonetta. You have long black hair. You have very tight, skin tight pants. There were a couple of shots that focused very on her ass, except you weren't having any of the fun."
One thing I will turn around and say, and this is purely what I like. I like that the enemies don't look human, and I like that they're not generic like cyborgs or like anything like that. They look like monsters. Do you know what I mean?
And again, yeah, I 100% agree with you. And again, this really isn't a knock on this game. I have to wait and see what it comes out with. But like when they showed the big screen and the thing with the 3 wings, that was 1,000% Bayonetta. That's what the angels look like, or seraphim, I think is what they are. So I agree with you. I love when like you get weird with a design.
Yeah.
Because you're right. We've had way too many. Metal Gear Rising was a blast, but like I just cut down soldiers.
Yeah.
And a couple of robots that look like humans. Like give me something truly just off the wall.
And it's good when they do that. The thing for me is I'm just happy to see that the hack and slash genre hasn't died.
Same, and I agree. I would agree with you on that one. It is glad to see that, and not only that it hasn't died, but like that Platinum Games isn't the only one trying to keep it alive.
Yeah, Platinum Games were the only ones for a long time doing it.
Yeah, they were the only ones like, "Hey guys, don't you remember hack and slashes?" Like, no, not really. Like, no, we got you. Play this.
And it fucking sold well. So, all captured on PlayStation 5 by Shift Up. We're thinking exclusive? I'm thinking yes, purely because it was in Japanese, not English.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
Like, the fact that it's in Japanese and not in English, like, I know that's stereotyping, but Microsoft typically cater to a Western audience. And a majority of their stuff, unless it's set period-wise, even when it is set period-wise, is all in English. This game was very much in Japanese. So I'm thinking most likely PlayStation 5 exclusive.
Now here's my question. How come they didn't say that? Do you think it's maybe just a contract thing? Like, if it's exclusive...
Nothing here. That's the thing, though. I can't even turn around and say that because nothing on this show said exclusive.
Yep, I caught it just...
Like, nothing...
I said it, so you're right. I don't know. Yep, I got no sense of it.
Yeah.
Because God of War didn't say exclusive, but we all know God of War is exclusive.
Yeah.
Well, and again, it depends on how they define it, because like PC could be an option.
Yeah. Same with Spider-Man, Wolverine. They're definitely going to be console exclusives.
Yeah.
But didn't say it. This didn't. The Sony ponies are crying, Dante. Now, why are they crying, Nurgle? Give me news. I need notes. So yeah, I'm gonna say this is definitely most likely going to be a PlayStation exclusive. KOTOR for me is still up in the air.
I don't think KOTOR is going to be exclusive.
If it is, then that is a steal.
Yeah.
But then again, here's the thing: it's not like Disney are not above licensing out their stuff, because that's effectively now what they're doing.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, Disney has no loyalties to anyone, but they'll give. You can have some of my properties.
You can license your property to make a game, and we will slap our logo on it because we are licensing it to you. Because that's what they're doing with Indiana Jones, and Indiana Jones is an exclusive. So, like,
it already happened with Marvel, because people keep talking about Spider-Man. I think a lot of people forgot that Ultimate Alliance 3 was a Switch exclusive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they got they got loyalty to just the almighty dollar, and it's running on the Unreal Engine. So I'm curious if this is going to be Unreal 4 or 5. I'm fucking hoping not Unreal Engine 4, but I'm hoping PC. Because Uncharted is on PC. I turn around and say that they were going to be upset about that. Right, so the next one is Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
Keep going, Dante. I'll be right back.
Okay. So the next one is Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. It looks like a fucking... It looks like Borderlands finally went on the acid trip that they promised that the original fucking trilogy would go on. Because, like, that's... Let's be absolutely fair here, guys. The original Borderlands games, outside of a couple of things, they weren't all that zany. They weren't all that wacky. The only thing the original Borderlands really had going for it was the fact that it had a bajillion guns. But this looks like Borderlands finally took an acid trip and went down the fucking rabbit hole of Wonderland. I really don't have anything else to say about it because of you know, Randy. If she sits down to pee, she's not too young for me, Pitchford. So yeah, but that's coming out in March next year, and that's definitely not an exclusive. That's definitely coming to PC. Alright, let me just see what chat's talking about. They made a full fucking game out of it. Oh, god damn it. One second, I'm just waiting for Zero to come back. I'm just hoping. Here's the thing for me. I just want, now that they've announced that the remasters are coming to PC. I'm hoping that PlayStation start taking the PC market seriously. Like, I'm hoping they start taking it seriously. Like, put those out there, great. Put the Drake Collection out there, great. But give us brand new games, brand new. Like, give us God of War day one on PC. Give us GT7 day one PC. Give us that. Give us KOTOR Remake on PC day one. Give us all of that. Inject it into my veins. That's what I need. That's what, like, I think PlayStation needs to realize it will not hurt their gaming market, it will not hurt their console sales, and they will make up whatever they lose by just the sheer volume of people on PC that will buy their things. Oh, don't worry, Steel, I'm not. Yeah, then we got for what the fuck is this called? Forspoken. Okay. Forspoken actually looks cool. It actually looks good. I like the I'm with Zero when he turns around and says I like the idea of plucking somebody from the real world and just like dropping their asses right on into a swords and sorcery setting and seeing how they do. Like, I like that idea. Hey, Steel, just get on PC. It's definitely coming to PC. But yeah, like this looks very. The combat in this looks pretty goddamn good. I'm not gonna lie on that. I like the idea of using just predominantly magic like that. That looks cool. I don't understand how you can say that, media, when it looks like it plays like God of War on the PlayStation 4, just improved. I told everybody Final Fantasy 16 was not going to be shown. You will see Final Fantasy 7 Part 2 before you see Final Fantasy 16. You will not see Final Fantasy 16 anytime soon. But like, yeah, like this looks really nice graphically as well. But I also like the versatility of Magic, and I also like the fact that it doesn't look slow. I ain't joking, that looks slick. I wanted a new Infamous game, Steel. I thought we were going to get it on that Spider-Man 2 trailer, but then I heard the voices. Like, this looks good. I'm not going to lie. Media, they've been media. I don't get how this is. I don't get how this is how this isn't news to you. They've been teasing Harry Osborn as Venom since the Marvel Spider-Man. This is not new news. This isn't new. But yeah, I do agree, Ian. I like how fast this is, and I'm hoping it's that fast in combat. Just like running around and smacking everybody with magic. Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna be taking Omar to task for that, because I think he even turned around and said they're gonna announce it. There's no. It's not. I don't care if Eddie Brock is not Venom, because they can set that up in Spider-Man 2. But this is the Insomniac verse. They're gonna do things different. Hell, they already have. Aunt May's dead. Spoilers.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. Just talking about Forspoken. We went. I basically breezed over Tiny Tina's Wonderlands because I didn't have much to say about it. I didn't think you had anything to say about it.
It's Tiny Tina. She's a good time. Let's see what happens.
Forspoken. I was just saying how I agree with you. I like the idea of plucking someone from the real world into a swords and sorcery world, seeing how they react. But one thing I will bring up, I like how this game doesn't look slow.
It does look very quick. Yeah.
I love the fluid movement of all of it. Like when she's running around and jumping off of the roofs, I like how quick she is. And I'm hoping it's that quick in combat. Because I'd love, like, just hear me out. In combat, I would love to be able to jump to a high place above a bunch of enemies and then just fucking spirit bomb them with a big giant fireball. Tell me that does not sound lit.
I mean, because it looks like she's having a really good time with it. And I always like stuff like that, where people just kind of, get with it. As opposed to slowly, taking away. And I remember where I knew her from. She's one of the recent Charlie's Angels. The black one, obviously.
Oh, the terrible movie.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how she, handles it and works with it in that perspective.
Hopefully her acting's improved. But yeah, like looking at it, I'm hoping that, like, specifically the one magic that I saw, I'm hoping these are all not presets. In the sense of, like, there's some of these, like, when she pulled him over and then swung at him with the sword made of fire or energy or whatever, that isn't just, like, one preset move, that you have to chain them together. Like, you can pull the scorpion and tell him to get over here, and then smack him with the big giant sword. It's not like it's automatically going to pull him over and then it goes into that. You know what I mean? Like, the same with this, when she causes the big giant geyser of water to envelop the enemies, and then it turns into ice. Is that going to be one where... Is that going to be, like, one spell, or is that two spells you can chain together to cause it to freeze?
Right, that makes sense, yeah.
Like, I'm hoping... I'm hoping for the latter, but I'm expecting the former. Because I don't think we're at that.
Yeah, I think Forspoken should be a good time. And again, it's because it seems like it's having a good time, and everybody knows me by now. Like, that's sort of my modus operandi. It's like, just have a good time with this. Like, not everything has to be this very hyper serious thing.
What's funny, Steel? As soon as when I first saw that that Project Eve thing, for some reason I immediately thought Parasite Eve. I don't know why.
See, that would be something I'd be fine to come back with. Like, if we're gonna like remake something, remake the things we haven't seen in years.
Legend of Dragoon.
Or decades. Legend of Dragoon's never happening, guys. And controversial take. Just saying. Was it that good?
Oof, don't say that on the VGP. They'll fucking have your head for that.
I'm just asking questions. I'm asking questions people don't want to answer. That's all.
Rainbow Six Siege Extraction. We saw more of the. You know, the funny thing is, this is basically just a trailer. We saw more of this. Yes, it was according to Steel. We saw more of this Ubisoft than we did this. So I'd recommend if you wanna, if anybody is on the fence about this, go and watch the Ubisoft E3 conference. They go into a lot more detail of it. I'm not banning him. Like, fuck. Who do you think I am? Who do you think I am? The dude who cancelled the fucking president of Tripwire because he had a fucking opinion?
Well, I mean, he can have it, and that's fine. But sometimes, I don't know. We don't have to get into it. Sometimes I just feel weird about things. I was like, you just didn't have to.
Yeah, that's where I disagree. Because and I'll be going over this tomorrow on my podcast tomorrow. Anyway, but yeah, Extraction PvE looks like it. Looks interesting. I like the the roguelike element that if you lose an operative, you can't get them back unless you save them. I like that.
That's interesting. I don't have a lot of experience in Rainbow Six, so I just kind of gotta see it.
Yeah. Alan Wake remastered. Now, my question. Now, I have two questions to this. One, is it okay? You say remaster, but there is a chance you could spruce up the controls, please. I'm hoping you spruce up the controls. Because fuck, does that game need it? I love that game, but fuck, it needs sprucing up the controls. And will that include American Nightmare? It needs to include American Nightmare for the whole story to make sense. Because American Nightmare is what happens after Alan Wake. Basically, it's Alan Wake 1.5. And leads into, if they do an Alan Wake 2, it leads into that. In fact, it leads into... Alan Wake American Nightmare actually leads into some of the events that happen in the game Control as well. In the Remedyverse, as it's called. But, and I shouldn't be surprised, it's coming to the PlayStation 4.
Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of interesting.
It's coming to the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5. I do not understand this mindset, but clearly they do not see, and rightfully so, they don't see Alan Wake as a system seller.
And I agree with you, rightfully so.
Because I love Alan Wake, but it ain't a system seller.
No, none of those games in that type of genre are. Despite how excellent some of them are.
Now, if it's coming to Xbox, is another matter entirely. I think I wouldn't be surprised if it did, but it's definitely coming to PC because Epic Games is behind this as well. So yeah, expect it on the Epic Store.
My bet is definitely this is coming everywhere. Say, I don't count Nintendo. This is coming everywhere.
Giggity. But yeah, just expect this to be an Epic Store exclusive, like as in full time, like Kingdom Hearts exclusive, because Kingdom Hearts is never coming to Steam. That's already been confirmed.
Yeah. Got you.
We'll need to fuck GTA 5.
Greatest game of all time.
March 2022. So anybody who gives a shit, there you go. Ghostwire Tokyo. Can't lie, I'm very interested. It looks, I'm still convinced. It's strange because I'm seeing the enemies are definitely horror inspired. Abso-fucking-lutely. Except the fucking enemy in the suit that drop kicks you. But this clearly gameplay, because of gameplay, this can't be going for a true horror story. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I think it feels too interactive, too actiony. You have too much agency. To be like true horror. However, I think it could still have some pretty horrifying moments, similar to a what's the game in space?
Dead Space
with Isaac. Dead Space, yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Here's the difference, though. Dead Space still had limitations that made it scary. Like,
agreed, yeah.
Like, yeah, it had action, but you also needed to cut off the limbs.
Right. And the very basis of it was like, I am not Isaac isn't a action guy. He's a welder? He's an
engineer.
Yeah, like I don't fight things normally. I just happen to do what I have to do.
Wait, hold up. It was changed when the dev quit. Like, what changed? Wait, what changed? You mean Ghostwire Tokyo? Ghostwire Tokyo was made by Ghostwire Tokyo game. No, Ghostwire is being made by Tango Gameworks. It's been made by Tango Gameworks since it got first announced.
So I did look there. So there is a developer of it. The creative director did have to leave.
But that isn't going to change anything. Like, because
it's everybody's favorite. What's her name? That girl director.
The one who left.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know she left because she did the presentation. But that ain't going to mean shit because the second trailer that they showed of this game at, like, I think it was last year's E3, showed pretty much this gameplay, and she was still with them at the time. So nothing has changed. Absolutely nothing has changed. This was clearly the direction they were going for from the very beginning. They just decided to change the tone with the first one. Oh, this will be absolutely the last game from Bethesda that comes to the PlayStation. Absolutely. This is the final game. Ikumi Nakamura. But yeah, no, like, she was there from the beginning. She was there when they did the presentation of the second trailer, which showed gameplay very much like this from this trailer. And then she left after that. So clearly this was their intent to go with this direction from the very beginning. But yeah, like I was saying, the difference between Dead Space is, like I said, there was a sense of agency to it, but you were still limited in that agency in the way that you had to deal with multiple enemies at the same time while having to kill them in specific ways. And even if you cut off both their legs, they're still going to come at you. And there was also enemies that, if you shoot them in any other way, could spawn more enemies that would kill you.
Right.
Where this, that you have way too much agency and you've got way too many Naruto signs that you can throw at enemies to knock them back and kill them. Like, there's definitely gonna, it's a supernatural action game with horror enemy designs. Definitely, some of these look fucking great, but this is definitely not a horror game. It is definitely not a hell. Even the Wikipedia doesn't even put it as survival horror. It's an action adventure.
It's an action adventure with horror elements.
Yeah, horror design. No, they will never make a new game. Bethesda will never release another game on PlayStation ever. Unless a deal can be struck between
without Sony paying some money.
Yeah, there will never be another Bethesda game. Not even, I believe, not even the next. Unless the ink cannot be, unless the ink was dry. Unless the ink was dry, you will never see another game from Bethesda on a PlayStation. Outside of maybe the next Elder Scrolls game, but that's if the ink is dry was dry on the contract before the acquisition. And I've said that many a times before, but we still don't know. Starfield's definitely not coming. Oh yeah, Nintendo. Yeah, Nintendo's never gonna get a Bethesda game ever again either. Like, if you want to play Doom on PlayStation, that's never gonna happen again.
Yeah, that's pretty much probably done.
Like, you're never gonna get another Doom game. So yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy showed off less gameplay. Definitely showed something that was not on the Nintendo Switch, and it was a better showing than their original one.
I'm here for it. I think it captures the spirit, just like how Spider-Man sort of captured the spirit of like what it's like to be Spider-Man. I think this is capturing the spirit of like the Guardians, who are just a misfit group of like nobodies and jerks who just kind of fail their way upwards and sideways throughout the universe.
Hold on, I don't know why people would want any more Bethesda games, but I digress. Well, easy, because they own Tango Gameworks, which is Bethesda owned. They own id Software, which, you know, does Doom, and Quake as well. They also own. Who else does Bethesda own? They got the new Indiana Jones game. Like, no, there are many reasons to buy a Bethesda game
outside of anything new that they might be putting out.
Like, the thing is, like, I don't see this. Not to put you on the spot here, Steel, but that's a thought process I don't. Arcane Studios as well, yeah, with the Dishonored series. That's a mindset I can never understand from people. Fuck Machine Games. They ruined Wolfenstein. They killed that series. Well done, Machine Games. I never understood that mindset. Okay? I never understand that mindset of, oh, you hate Bethesda, so everybody else should suffer. Right? I've gone on record and said I'll never buy another Bethesda Softworks game. That until they improve, like Starfield, Fallout, or Elder Scrolls. Unless they show significant improvement after Fallout 76, I'll not buy another one of their games. But id Software have never given me, just because they're owned by Bethesda, they've never given me a reason why I shouldn't buy one of their games. The games they've bought out have been fantastic. Arcane hasn't given me a reason to absolutely hate them. Yeah, and that is Bethesda Softworks' issue, not id Software's issue. It's not Arcane Studios' problem. It's not Tango Gameworks' issue. Fallout 76 lies squarely at the feet of the people who made it. That's who I hold responsible.
I mean, because the last Dooms were really fantastic.
Exactly. The Evil Within 1 and 2 are fantastic. Dishonored 1 and 2 apparently are fantastic. Anyway, so yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy looks good. I've got nothing. I'm not gonna lie. I really have fuck all. I've got nothing to say about Deathloop. I'm fucking sick of seeing Deathloop, and I'll be happy when it's out, so I can finally say that I will never hear anything about Deathloop ever again. Vampire Blood Hunt. This is definitely a fucking This is definitely a PvP game.
PvP, or yeah, it still looks pretty solidly PvP.
This is definitely player versus player, like clan based. Because hell, there's like, here's another example why I know that. Because they're downed. Like, you only ever have an icon like that unless it's a PvP game. We lost Bloodlines 2 for this. Oh, so Bloodlines 2 was cancelled for this. Oofa. But yeah, like the interface, the fact that it says downed, like you've downed somebody, that only ever shows up in a fucking PvP game. As like a kill confirmed.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
As a kill confirmed.
So I'll just wait and see what that's all about. I imagine it'll probably come with some seasons.
Probably.
We'll just see.
Apparently there's more to it than this, but all I'm seeing is like a PvP game that has customizations. I can already see the fucking store, challenges, social. This is definitely this is a PvP game. This is a PvP game. Give me a second, because like I'm seeing a store. What else am I seeing here?
And I'm sure
Battle Pass! Fucking Battle Pass! Right there on a game that isn't even released and won't be released for another fucking year. Already Battle Pass right there. With a store as well.
There's very little chance they were not going to have these things.
This is a multiplayer only game, guys. Oh, this comes out this year apparently.
So within the next 3 months, I guess.
Yeah, it's gonna, because it says 2021 for PlayStation 5. It's yeah, no PlayStation 4. Yeah, this is definitely a clan based. This looks like a clan based, class based PvP game where you pick from a clan like the Torador, the Nosferatu, and then you pick one of two classes, either a Prowler or a Saboteur. It looks like there's going to be 4 classes, because it looks like there's even going to be a human class as well, like Hunters.
Which would make sense, yeah.
Oh no, this screams PvP to me, guys. This screams PvP to me, and I've got no interest. Sorry, fuck Deathloop. I'm sick. Like I just said, I'm sick of fucking hearing about it. We know. My problem with also them showing Deathloop is, aside from reminding you once again that this game exists and will be on PlayStation 4, nothing else was added. There was nothing new added to this game. No, okay. You know, we were just saying it comes out. It comes out within the month. Bitch, it don't even come out within the month. It comes out in 5 fucking days.
Oh, jeez, yeah, definitely was literally right around. That's
it's
a
next
last
week.
minute. Yeah, that's a last minute. It costs us probably nothing to do this. Put it in. Let's expand the show a bit. Get it out.
Deathloop is already on sale, apparently.
Yeah, like I've seen that happen just in like everyday things where it's like, oh, what, registrations today? Well, just send it out one more time.
Pre-orders have been on sale for months. If that's the case, then it seems like this is not getting the traffic that it might be. If pre-orders are already on sale, then that's a bad sign. A kid amnesia exhibition. I don't know what the fuck this game is. I don't. By Radiohead and Epic Games. I think this might be from Epic Games. You know that that outreach, the indie outreach that Epic and PlayStation are doing?
Yeah.
I'm thinking this might be a game from that outreach project.
I'm still hoping that it comes from the band.
Yeah.
That's just my personal hope.
Then we have what was it? Chia. I'm assuming the T is silent. Looks really cool. Very colourful. Definitely right up your alley.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a difficult game. I think it's going to be fairly charming, and hopefully the story they tell is interesting.
You will never, right, Mitch? I'm gonna fucking throw like freezing ice water on you right now, like it's the ice bucket challenge. You will not hear anything about Spyro or Crash Bandicoot for at least another 5 years. When Call of Duty starts losing money. Because Activision owns both rights, so it would require someone else buying the rights, or Activision just wanting to put something out. Because remember, Toys for Bob are now working on the Call of Duty games.
And I guess from a Sony perspective, they're like, we got Astrobot now. We don't need them anymore.
Very goddamn much. But yeah, it looks adorable.
Yeah, I love the little transformation mechanic. I
Yes.
actually wouldn't mind seeing that coming back in some other games that perhaps are a bit more combat focused.
Mario Odyssey did that.
Yes.
With possessions.
Mario Odyssey was a great example of it with Cappy.
Cappy. What else did we have? Yes, okay, so... Okay, first of all, right. Okay, so I'm going to quickly check something. Zero, look at Twitter.
Let's pull it up.
I am, first of all, I want to, it's going to be interesting to see. These guys just talk, FC and that just smack talking the KOTOR remake.
Yeah.
And saying that it's
I was
timed.
gonna stay away from that one for a while.
Yeah, he's saying that it's timed. Okay, so apparently apparently according to Omar, they gave a date during the talking, which I doubt they did. No, what I want to check is Twitter. Uncharted is trending. Let's see how many people are losing their mind. Let's see. Uncharted Pro PC. I don't understand that. Lost Legacy on PlayStation 5 is cool too, although they sadly probably won't have an upgrade path. No, they won't. Sony is doing the right thing to put Uncharted Legacy and Thieves Collection on GOG. Oh, it's going to GOG. Nice.
Are they?
Seems it.
Oh, games with gold.
How you feeling now? Uncharted coming to PC, baby? Oh. Surprisingly, not a lot of people. Here we go. I'm probably a radical conservative, but there are games that need to be played exclusively on console, and there are games that need to be played exclusively on PC. I won't be able to accept Uncharted on PC, just like I won't be able to accept Gothic or WoW on console. What crack are you smoking?
That feels like a very different understanding of how those games operate.
That sounds
but
like
okay,
that sounds like someone who's utterly mentally retarded. I'll say it.
So far, my favorite tweet is from Jason Schreier.
There we go.
November 2nd, 2011, Grand Theft Auto 5 trailer. September 9th, 2021, Grand Theft Auto 5 trailer. We've been here for 10 years, guys. 10 years. No game has done that. Greatest game of all time.
I'm sorry, what is this? I'll say, where does this make sense? No, I'm not paying €15 for Uncharted 4 and played it a few years ago. Having fun played it 6 years ago, 6 years later, being a PC game, sure, it's a cutting edge experience. What?
I don't know what that means.
How is Uncharted 4 a fucking cutting edge experience on PC?
I don't know what that means.
That's stupid. You know what? I don't want any Uncharted announcements anymore.
Someone is saying what I'm thinking. You know what we don't need anymore? Uncharted. I just feel like we're done here. Like, aren't we done here? Can't we be done here?
I agree.
I don't dislike Uncharted. It's fantastic. Like a generational game. Like one of the only few series like that like will probably stand the test of time as like this is when video games have been amazing.
I'm sorry. The lack of
good lord, aren't we done?
Yeah, the lack of 1 to 3 is strange. Uncharted PC is coming up short after the PlayStation 5 version. What? That is a fundamental misunderstanding of what a PC port offers.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't want to talk about Uncharted anymore. Like I have enjoyed my time with Nathan and crew. It's the best Indiana Jones games that never was.
Next to Lara Croft.
And next to Lara Croft, like they sit side by side as like Indiana Jones can make it as a video game. Cool. We're done here. Like we're just done here. I don't know. Remake Pitfall. I don't know, but like leave Uncharted. Like just leave it alone. It's fun. I have a friend of mine who was very big on like he's not interested in any old remakes. I played that game already. Let's do something new. And like most of the time, like no, like I still want stuff that I haven't seen, like to come up to today's time period. But like the more things go on, the more I'm like, I don't know, maybe he's right now. Like, how many times are we gonna like play the same game?
Give me a second. About those then. So Omar, about that 5 new AAA exclusives and wait, how many AAA exclusives did we get? And Final Fantasy 16. So Omar, about that 5 new AAA exclusives and Final Fantasy 16. Sorry.
I knew 16 wasn't coming. Everybody knew 16.
Omar didn't. Omar was utterly convinced it was coming.
Yeah, because it's gonna show up. If it's gonna come, it's gonna come at TGS.
Yeah.
Because Square is gonna be there.
And I'm still convinced we're gonna get Part 7 Part 2 first.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. So I have zero clue.
But yeah, ultimately, I'm happy that they're finally releasing more games on PC, but they need to start doing day-and-date games.
And I wonder if that's where this is going, right? Like, are we eventually getting to that point? Because is The Last of Us on PC? Any of them?
Hold on, no, I'm sorry. Omar tried to backtrack like a motherfucker here. He said Final Fantasy 16 would show up. Did he or did he not say Final Fantasy 16 would show up?
I have to listen to it again because I just listened to it like maybe an hour before I joined the show. But I think he definitely said 16. I do remember that, and I was like 16.
He's saying no, that's not Final Fantasy 16. You said. Oh fuck, I'm not arguing with him. I'm too tired. But yeah, I'm happy it's coming to PC. Now we just need the Nerf and Great collection.
Save it for Monday.
I will do.
Rewatch the other show. Just clip. It's like midway through. Clip through, hold it, and then come back.
So yeah, but they need to do day and date games release like God of War and shit. What was next? Scissor Reel. Right, Wolverine. The fact that Insomniac Games is literally showing themselves as the fucking workhorse. The workhorse of Sony's first party studios is incredible. There's no.
Are they a publicly traded company? Because I need to get on the Insomniac stock ASAP.
Hold on, let me check. Yes.
I wonder if I can get any piece of them.
Insomniac Games stock. Insomniac stock. I believe it is. It is Insomniac publicly traded. Insomniac Games is owned by Sony Corporation, listed in the stock exchange of Frankfurt. Its International Securities Identified Number ISIN is Japan JP 3435000009.
Might need to look into that.
Yeah, I'm hoping though that we don't get like a cut. This is definitely exclusive, absolutely exclusive, because it's maybe Insomniac Games. But this is, I'm hoping we get a down and dirty Wolverine. Like, I'm not asking for tremendous amounts of gore, but I'm at least asking for a little dismemberment.
It'll be interesting to see, because Insomniac hasn't really done that, have they?
Nope. I think maybe in the no, that's I don't think it. GT7, really glad to see that. Yeah, in my opinion, Wolverine should be an M-rated game.
Yeah, well, I think here's where I think the challenge is going to be with Wolverine.
Isn't it?
I think everybody really likes him, but I agree with you. Wolverine has and he's not always, because he's like one of the
his more successful endeavors outside the comics have been M-rated. Just look at Logan.
Yeah, he can do a bit better when like he's able to, be M-rated.
Oh yeah, dude, Steel, we brought it up earlier. When I saw Wolverine was happening, I immediately said that the Insomniac verse is real. Like, there's no doubt in my mind the Insomniac verse is becoming a thing.
Which is telling me that at some point, because I don't know how the licensings work, but so Insomniac is about to make their own Avengers game eventually.
No, you know what? You know what I think they're going to be making? Because it can work, considering Spider-Man has been a part of them. We're going to the end goal for all of this is an X-Men game.
We can get an X-Men game as well.
Because like you can have Spider-Man in an X-Men game because he has been a part of the X-Men before.
Yeah. So I'm here for it. And it seems like Insomniac has the keys to Marvel. They know what they're doing, and Marvel's like, yeah, you keep making us money off of these. Keep going. What I would like to see,
I want it to be a little different. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I want it to be a little different from. I don't want it to be open. Okay, as weird as this is about to sound, but I don't want it to be open world like Marvel Spider-Man was. This needs to stand on its own.
So, and I agree, and there's a part of me that doesn't think Wolverine can really work open world.
Hack and slash!
Well, but like, I think I agree with you in like an open world, but like limited. Let's talk Yakuza, which is an open world, but like it's only so far.
Hub world. A hub world will. I will grant you a hub world. I will grant you a hub
Wolverine
world.
Doesn't have that level of mobility. That's never been his. Like, he is a man on the ground, boots on the ground, fists into people. Spider-Man swings across the entire city.
Yeah. Like, no, I will accept a hub world. Yeah. But I feel like a hub world. You know what? Fuck it. Just do it like Yakuza. Do a fucking beat 'em up.
I'm cool with that. Yeah.
I'd be absolutely thrilled with a Yakuza style beat 'em up hub world game for Wolverine. Absolutely.
Yeah. Everything can't be open world because some people don't lend themselves to that. And I think Wolverine is one of them. He's just not that mobile of a character. He never has been.
No. But he's fast.
Well, no, because like compared to even like Batman, he's not necessarily that mobile, but he's got a bunch of gadgets that make him mobile, like a Byte, a jet.
No, exactly. No, I agree, but I'm just saying that the only thing that really adds anything to Wolverine's mobility is the fact that he does have, he is faster than the average human. Like he has Usain Bolt level speed,
right?
On tap. No, Wolverine. I think only once has Wolverine been incredibly agile in the comics. And that was, I think, was when it was showing a younger Wolverine, like a past Wolverine. But other than that, he's always been a brawler.
Yeah, and like agile in the sense that like he can scrap and he can move, but like Spider-Man is agile.
Oh yeah,
like he is contorting his bodies in ways that Wolverine never has a need to because he'll just run through you.
And speaking of Spider-Man, that's actually the next one. Poor Electro getting absolutely butt-fucked by, I'm assuming that's
definitely Electro who they're fighting?
That's definitely got to be Electro, for the fact that even at the beginning when you see this, you can see the fucking, actually, to be fair, that just might be something else, but they're definitely fighting somebody with it might just be their lightning powers. Oh no, it was Miles's. It was Miles's electricity. Sorry.
Yeah, because unless the thing changes, isn't Electro? He's not black in our Spider-Man. But he's the white guy.
But it's clear. We're definitely gonna get a Spider-Man Miles story in this. Like we can interchange between the two. And I think I said this a long time ago after Marvel's Spider-Man. What I would like to see, there are sections in Batman Arkham Knight, sorry, where you're fighting alongside like Robin and Nightwing, where if you do finishing moves on an enemy, it will allow you to switch to the other character.
That would be cool.
I want to see that. Like, you can have it like like Miles is always with you. He's following you. You're swinging through the city. It's a co-op game without the player 2. Or hell, I wouldn't mind it having a player 2, but because I feel like that could definitely work. But sorry, go on.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
What I would like to see is in combat, if you are playing as player 1, you can hit a finishing move and switch over from playing as Peter Parker to Miles Morales.
That would be cool. Here's a question I'd be interested in. Do we think Peter Parker...
What was that?
Do we think Peter Parker will survive this game?
Yes.
And I ask this question because Peter Parker is dead in Miles' universe. And this seems to be this is what, 616, the Ultimate Universe, which is Miles' universe. Meaning that while Peter and Miles spend time together, eventually Peter dies and Miles has to become the Spider-Man.
No, Peter's surviving this. You're gonna disagree, but it's the truth. Even in today's landscape, Miles is not as marketable as Peter Parker. And here's the other reason why. Here's the other reason why they won't kill off Peter Parker. Keep Miles around. You've got two series. You've got two separate series you can run.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. But I think Insomniac has done a good job of telling the story. And I admit that their story is like, Aunt May's gone.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
And I think that's the only other reason, because
so I would be intrigued just to see. And to be fair here, death is nothing in comics and or video games.
That's true.
It is simply like a thing that happens until you need Enter the Spider-Verse, the video game, to come up. And boom, we got as many Peters as you can shake a stick at.
There's another reason why. There is also another reason why, because there's a lot of loose ends from Marvel Spider-Man that I feel will either be expanded upon in this game or in the game's DLC. One of them being Yuri Watanabe.
Right.
Yes. Wow, fuck's it. What was she called? Rafe. I think she's called Rafe.
Yeah.
Like, that's a Peter Parker story. Like, and if they do it the same as Marvel Spider-Man, where, all these side quests can be done after the fact, you need Peter alive at the end to be able to go off and do those side missions and do them to completion.
So I look forward.
Also, again,
I look forward to Spider-Man.
Oh no, so am I. And another thing as well, depending on how they go gameplay wise, as far as like gameplay style, like you might need Peter might survive for that reason alone, because killing him off wouldn't work gameplay wise, not just story wise.
I wonder if there's a yeah. I get what you mean. Like if we're gonna release DLC, we still need Peter in the mix.
Yeah.
And they're definitely gonna be releasing DLC.
Like for example, for fuck's sake, best way to describe it, like the Arkham games. You kill, like in Arkham Knight, say you kill off Batman, but you've still got all this side content left. But now you're playing as like Nightwing. The side content really doesn't make any more sense at that point.
Yeah, it kind of breaks. I understand what you mean. The flaw of video games a bit. Like it's hard to make something concrete in a game if you know I gotta still like make money off this thing, and I need this character here for at least another like year or two.
Yeah, I still feel like this is one of those games where you could get away with doing a 2-player game. You could make it being co-op and get away with it. Like I said, if you have it where Miles is a constant, where he's always with you and he will fight alongside you in single player mode, and then if you can switch between characters at the press of a button, because then, like, they've shown, Miles does fight a little like Peter in his own game, but he has his own variety of moves as well as his own variety of gadgets, especially with the fact that he has innate electricity in his veins.
Right.
So that opens up the opportunity of 2 different playstyles in single player, but also approaching it in a co-op fashion in different ways as well. Like, for example, there's shield guys show up. Miles can easily easily get rid of them because his electricity can disable their shields or something. So player 2 goes and deals with them, while player 1 keeps all of the guys with rocket launchers off of player 2's back.
It would be interesting. I would love a co-op thing. I'm intrigued because I do agree with you. This is a Peter story. If it's Venom, it's a Peter story.
Yes, yeah, it is, and it's Harry Osborn, so it's definitely a Peter story.
So, and I think pretty much any Venom, except for maybe Mac, because I don't think he has.
No, there is Agent Venom. Agent Venom is another one that wasn't Peter's rival. He was actually Peter's ally for a long time as well.
That's Mac, right? I thought that's Mac.
That was Mac. That was Mac.
Yeah, I think. I thought he's like the other most popular Venom outside of Harry and Eddie.
He was the first Venom, I believe, actually. Yeah. Hold on, Agent Venom. Give me a second. No, that was Eugene Thompson.
Oh, Eugene. Okay, I got you.
Give me a second. Venom. Yeah. Let Matt Gargan. Gargan is Matt Gargan was Scorpion. Mac Gargan is Scorpion.
Oh, okay. I got him backwards then. Yeah. Agent Venom is it's Flash. It's Flash Thompson.
But yeah, he was originally Agent Venom and then later became Agent Anti-Venom.
Yeah.
And yeah,
no, I think Eddie is still the star of the most recent Venom comic book story.
Yes, no, Eddie Brock has been Venom for like the longest fucking time. If anything, like if we do go with a split narrative and they do kill off Peter Parker, there's only one way they do it. There is only one way they do it. And it worries me that they might do this, because they're effectively blowing their load in basically they're basically going to Gears of War it, in the fact that they've got 2 stories crammed into one, and that is that halfway through Harry Osborn is defeated and the symbiote gets on Parker, and then we get Black Suit Spidey, and then Miles has to go and stop him.
I'm almost positive we're going to get Black Suit Spidey. I don't think that's how he would die, only because Peter Parker's death has to be an act of great sacrifice and not someone killing him.
Oh no, I agree. I agree.
Not a hero killing him.
But that's my worry. That might be the way they go, because like that's the only logical way I could see them getting Black Suit Spidey in one game. Because people wanted Black Suit Spidey. Like, they wanted cosmetic DLC for Black Suit Spidey in the first game, and we didn't get it.
Yeah.
I think they already blew that load off of the Sinister Six. No, honestly, I feel like the Sinister Six... The problem with the Sinister Six is a lot of the... How do I explain this? They didn't blow their load with the Sinister Six in the sense of... You had to go into this game knowing that a lot of these heroes were already established. You had to go in with comic knowledge.
Yes.
Like, who Electro is. Who Electro is. Who Mr. Negative...
Who Rhino is.
Who Rhino is. Like, the ones that you know. Like, Vulture.
Yeah.
Like, we know who they are.
One development in, like, Doc Ock, but
no, they gave you
else
two.
Is, like, already here.
No, they gave you two. They gave you two. And that was in Mr. Negative, because he was the least known. He was the least known of that rogue gallery. Doc Ock, they also gave a big, giant arc to, because he was the emotional crutch. Like, he was the emotional breaking point of that game. So they needed to build him up. They couldn't just bring him out as Doc Ock. Like, we knew... Like, the best way I could describe it with the original Spider-Man was I knew who Dr. Octavius was going to become. And halfway through the game, I was like, please don't become Doc Ock. Like, I knew he would become Doc Ock, but halfway through the game, I didn't want him to be.
Just from liking him so much?
Yes!
Yeah.
Like, that's where the emotion of the story came in. But everybody else we already knew, so like you didn't need to build them up. Like I said, Mr. Negative is the only one that isn't widely known because he's only been in one incarnation of the Sinister Six as well, to my knowledge.
Yeah.
So yeah, like in that aspect it works, and the Sinister Six, given that Dr. Octavius is so smart, he could bring them together and use them against Peter, makes sense. Now, so yes, I'm looking forward to Marvel Spider-Man 2. Again, Insomniac fucking killing it. Does that mean, though, we're going to get Wolverine next year, and like late next year, and then Spider-Man 2 late 2023?
Do you think we're going to get well, yes. Do you think we're going to get God of War and an Insomniac game in 2022? Or will we be getting both Insomniac games 2023?
Yes.
And maybe a God of War in 22?
I think we're going to get God of War in 2022.
Okay.
The only reason why is because they need something for next year, and they unlike Spider-Man and Wolverine, they showed gameplay.
Right. And that's true. And they showed like pretty heavy gameplay.
And as much as I'm looking forward to this game, as much as I am looking forward to Ragnarok, this looks no fucking different from the PlayStation 4 game.
No, it does not look that much different from...
This is running off of the same damn engine. Definitely, I guarantee you it's most likely definitely going to be graphically enhanced, but because we know this is going to be a cross-gen game, this is running off of the same engine that the first God of War ran off.
Agreed.
So, yeah, just dunking cold water on anybody who thought that God of War Ragnarok was going to be a PlayStation 5 exclusive. It's not. They've already confirmed it's going to be on the PlayStation 4. Dude, the engine for God of War, the first God of War game, was not a bad engine. Why would you be mad about that? Like, why would you be mad about that? I do not get your... I don't understand your hatred. I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna state right now. I don't think Spider-Man 2 is going to be on PlayStation 4. I think that is solidly PlayStation 5 because it's coming out in 2023.
I agree with you. I feel if we're talking 2023, now is the time for them to begin to wean people off of. Hopefully, all things considered. Yeah. Wean people off of PS4. I'm like, all right, come on, guys.
I'm not purging you. My bot is stop putting in all caps, and then you won't. I think you would. Even a dog would have learned not to put its nose on a hot stove. But yeah, God of War is PlayStation 4, unfortunately. If anything, Right, so wild speculation time right now. Wild speculation time. God of War, late 2022. The final PlayStation 4 game. It makes the most amount of sense to me. What else have they got? What else is coming out on the PlayStation 4 that we know of that's coming out? Like, there's only one, and I think Ghost that's at least okay. That's a cross-chain game that's first party, should I say? I'm sure a lot of.
I would say like there's stuff coming, but yeah, I get what you mean. You're talking something from a Sony Studios first party big hitter.
Yeah.
What do they got?
Go out with a bang. It's to me. Like, as far as first party, it only makes sense that God of War is the last one, because there's no other one they could do it with. Horizon Forbidden West is also getting a PlayStation 4 version, but Horizon Zero Dawn is going to come out before God of War. They're not going to end it on Horizon Forbidden West. They're not going to do that. Hold on, when there's not even a fucking release date for Forbidden West, is there? Okay, the initial release date is apparently February 16th next year. Okay. If we go off of that, if we go off of that and then say that the PlayStation 5, 4 Ragnarok comes out either late 2022 or early 2023, that will be and should be, in my opinion, the game to end the PlayStation 4.
I can see that.
Send the PlayStation. Like, I've turned around and said, and I'm in the minority when I said this, they should have stopped. Like, third party, I'm fine with third party doing it, but first party should have moved on already. Like, and honestly, I think if it wasn't for COVID, they probably would have. Do you know what I mean?
Doubt it. I would say probably by this year we would have been weaned off of like, all right, guys, PS5 are only now.
Yeah, like first party at least. Third party probably would have still kept going.
Yeah.
But first party, I would have said would have killed, because like if you look at when the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One launched, there was no cross-gen titles.
Right.
But I would have said if it wasn't for COVID, first party would have been done by now, and Forbidden West probably would have still been, but I think God of War wouldn't have been, because like they need. They needed that system.
It would have. Horizon would have ended it.
Yeah.
And God of War would have been like the kickoff to like it's PS5 only time now.
Yeah. But now we're gonna see it. Now we're gonna see God of War as like the final. Like we are. The PlayStation 4 was one of our best-selling consoles ever. Fastest selling consoles ever, because the PlayStation 2 is still their most sold one. But it's our fastest selling console of all time. We're going to end it with the respect it deserves. We're going to end it with God of War.
Right.
And as much as Jim Ryan said that they've got no plans, God of War needs to have a free upgrade. You need to give people that incentive to go from the PlayStation. When the time finally comes that people have bought God of War on the PlayStation 4 and they're like, okay, there's no more PlayStation 4 games. I'm gonna move on to greener and brighter pastures. They need to give people a fucking reason, and a free upgrade for God of War to a PlayStation 5 version would do that.
I agree.
Because, I mean, it's sad to say, but it's the goddamn truth. Console players don't care about frame rate. They just don't. Even now with the option, they don't. Resolution, maybe, but frame rate, they don't give a shit about that, sadly. So you need to give them an incentive to buy this brand new shiny fucking router. The one thing I'm going to say about God of War though, is if it is using, it's definitely using the PlayStation, the God of War engine. This fucker better be running at 60 frames per fucking second.
Yeah, I definitely agree with all of that.
Alright, how long have we been going? Oh man, we've been going for 2 fucking hours! And I wanted to do some call-ins. Are you good to stay for about half an hour for some call-ins?
I might not be able to. I might have to actually roll out in just a few moments.
Alright, well, do we have anybody who wants to call in to the Discord and give their thoughts on the showcase and what they thought? And what was the highlight for you?
And while we're waiting, so how you think Monday is gonna be?
I think I'm gonna be seeing so many backstrokes that I'm gonna have to start getting the Olympic fucking swimming team on board for judging. I think that's what's gonna happen. Right, let me check let me check Twitter real quick to see how much backstroking I'm seeing. Fucking pre-purchase Alan Wake remaster already just popped up from Epic. Wait, hold fucking Jason Schreier. Great show, right? My favourite reveal were Forspoken, God of War Ragnarok, and the fact that Insomniac Games now has 10,000 employees.
Exactly.
Oh my god, that's fucking brilliant. That's brilliant. Wow, Pharaoh's actually taking a fucking knee to Omar. He's saying he's agreeing that Wolverine was a massive miss for Xbox. Let me quickly check how much Alan Wake is then. You guys want to know? Alan Wake Remaster, £25, so about $30. On Epic Store, that is. So, you know, they're not asking for much. But that's starting at... So yeah, like, they're not... So yeah, like, they're not actually selling it much. Yeah, £25. £25 for Alan Wake Remaster on Epic. Fuck no, they're not going to make it canon. Are you fucking high? Disney will never accept that. Alright, guys. Alright, fine. No one came in to talk. Well, I'm going to end it for today, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope you all enjoyed today's event. It was definitely a good show. Definitely, I would definitely say that was a solid show. It showed games, which is what they needed to do. So, you know, kudos to them. So, with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to end it for today. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow for the Fuck It Friday. So, take care, everybody.